An update on the upcoming PS5 console, The Last of Us multiplayer is Naughty Dog's most ambitious project ever, Sony having a new state of play soon, and the Metal Gear Solid remake could be revealed in the next months. All that and more in today's PlayStation news, let's get into them. An update on the upcoming PS5 console. Sony is expected to announce the new PS5 redesign during the first half of the year, with the console launching in September. The console would feature a slimmer and lighter design due to the disc drive being removed and turned into an accessory. There's a new update from Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming, who says the new console won't have any significant hardware changes from the original, so this is not a PS5 Pro. And for anyone with the current digital PS5 hoping to use the new detachable disc drive, there's some bad news, as sources have said the accessory wouldn't be compatible but could change with a firmware update. Sony seems to have had a prototype of the console for a while now, so they could announce it at any time. Do you think the new design is a good idea? Do you wish the accessory was compatible with the current digital PS5? Let us know in the comments. The Last of Us multiplayer is Naughty Dog's most ambitious project ever. In an interview with Comic Book about The Last of Us HBO, Neil Druckmann commented on the scope of the upcoming The Last of Us factions, and he said it's the most ambitious project the studio has ever worked on. He said they have been working on factions before The Last of Us Part 2 shipped. The multiplayer will expand the world even further, continuing to tell a story but in a multiplayer space. This was the same interview where he said they were changing the way they approach production to not announce things too early. So if the multiplayer has been in development since then, and we will be seeing new details later this year, the release date could likely not be that far off, probably within the next 12 months. Are you excited for factions to continue The Last of Us story? Share with us in the comments. The Last of Us HBO third best game adaptation. In related Last of Us news, but now about the show, after 82 reviews and officially premiering on HBO, the TV series has stayed in the 98% score at Rotten Tomatoes. This means the TV show is currently sitting third in game-to-TV adaptations behind Cyberpunk Edge Runners and Arcane League of Legends, both with a 100% score. It's also obviously the best PlayStation production so far, since the Uncharted movie gathered a Rotten score of 41%. Users have also scored the series very positively, albeit below critics, with an 88% after 184 user ratings as of recording. Did you watch the first episode of The Last of Us? What did you think? Voice your thoughts in the comments or vote in the poll on the community tab. Sony hires former Apple executive to run PSN Store. The PlayStation Store has seen multiple changes during its 16 years of life, and Sony seems to be ready for another major step after hiring a former Apple executive to run the business. As reported by Variety, Ben King has joined the PlayStation team as Senior Vice President of Direct-to-Consumer Operations, where he will oversee sales for the PlayStation Store and e-commerce for the PlayStation Direct platform. King worked 12 years at Apple from September 2008 to February 2019, where he started as Marketing Director for iTunes Europe and developed to Commercial Director for International Services. The executive noted the store has become one of the most visited digital media stores on the planet and hopes to approach this opportunity to think creatively about the relationship with our users, helping them to unlock maximum fun and joy from the PlayStation ecosystem, while simultaneously creating financial opportunity for our game studio partners. He also sees ways to improve it by better serving personalized experiences and helping customers discover the perfect entertainment through the right channels. Given the existence of a digital-only PS5 this generation, King's experience will prove valuable, and hopefully they can fix the search engine. What improvements do you wish were brought to the PlayStation Store? Sound off in the comments. Nvidia and Google join Sony with concerns over Microsoft Activision. The Microsoft Activision merger process continues, with the FTC gathering evidence, while UK and Europe regulators are still to release their official response. Now Google and Nvidia have joined Sony in expressing concerns over the merger and could help support the FTC argument, which so far experts said is very flimsy. The report from Bloomberg indicates both companies' argument the Activision acquisition could give Microsoft an unfair advantage in cloud, subscription, and mobile gaming. Another source also said that Nvidia is not completely against the deal, but making the case for continued equal and open access to Activision games. Microsoft spokesperson David Cooley told Bloomberg regarding these reports, "We are prepared to address and have been proactively addressing issues raised by regulators or competitors to ensure the deal closes with confidence." Adding Microsoft's original commitment we want people to have more access to games, not less. The Redmond company would likely make concessions for both Nvidia and Google to ensure Activision content in their platforms, which we'll see if they accept. As for Sony, they haven't so far accepted the modified 10-year deal offered a few months back and appear to still be hoping the deal doesn't go through. Do you think it will be harder for Microsoft to acquire Activision with 2 additional companies now expressing concerns? Let us know in the comments. Sony having a new state of play soon? The snitch, who previously reported on leaks very accurately via Twitter, is back, although this time from his own public Discord, and is claiming that Sony is about to announce third-party stuff very soon. The snitch has been retired since December, but in case you would want a reminder of the stuff they got right, those include The Last of Us Part 1 release date, the June 2nd state of play, Overwatch 2 becoming free to play, new Persona 3, 4 and 5 releases, Overdose from Kojima, and a lot more. Given Sony's upcoming releases such as DualSense Edge, PSVR 2 and new games, besides Xbox running a showcase of their own by the end of the month, it's reasonable to expect they would want to compete for headlines. Do you think we'll see a new state of play by the end of January? Early February maybe? Place your bets in the comment section. This story could also be tied to our next one, which is the Metal Gear Solid Remake could be revealed in the next months. Back in December, before the Game Awards, the Spanish website Área Jugones broke the story that the Metal Gear Solid Remake for PS5 was real and a reveal could be happening really soon. The reveal didn't happen at that event, although the website never claimed it was happening there, but letting everyone know just in case. Now they have updated the same article indicating the same source that gave them the story of the remake has claimed the Metal Gear Solid reveal should happen before May 2023, and is very likely to happen in the first months of the year, February through March. If we remember, very recently Metal Gear Solid producer Noriaki Okamura shared a New Year's message on Famitsu teasing that a long-awaited announcement could be happening really soon. And now we have rumors of Sony probably doing a state of play to reveal third-party content, likely in the same months the Metal Gear Solid project is supposed to be revealed. Konami is also committed to bringing back their famous IPs, with an upcoming Silent Hill 2 remake from Bloober Team also a PS5 exclusive. Do you believe we'll hear about the Metal Gear Solid remake soon? Let us know via the comment section below. The Callisto Protocol underperforms in sales. The Callisto Protocol debuted on last and new-gen consoles this past December, and it seems sales so far have not been what Striking Distance Studios or parent company Krafton hoped for. The game had a budget of around 200 billion won, which is like $162 million for 3 years of development. Their target was to reach 5 million units sold, but now they are not even confident to be breaking 2 million until later this year, according to a report from Korean news website K-Odyssey. This has resulted in Krafton lowering their profit estimates for the year from 813 billion won to 629. The game launched to mixed reviews on Metacritic with a 69 on PlayStation platforms, and now will have new content through this year with a free hardcore mode and new story content as part of a paid season pass. Whether that will help the game remains to be seen. Did you play the game on release date, or will you be catching up later this year? Let us know in the comments. A round of quickfire game news. You can now create customized PSN gift cards by going to gifting.playstation.com. This allows you to pick from a variety of card designs, input the code you bought, add a message for the recipient, and print or email the design with the code. It's not as straightforward as it should be, but it's a start. WB and Portkey Games have announced the graphical settings you will be able to choose from when playing Hogwarts Legacy. There will be a performance mode targeting 60 FPS and a fidelity mode that targets 30 FPS. The game will also have VRR support should you have a TV that can take advantage of it. Another game that got its graphical settings revealed was Dead Space. As per the official Twitter account of the game, you can expect a quality mode with 4K ray tracing and 30 FPS, and a performance mode with 2K resolution, 60 FPS, but no ray tracing. Square Enix Forspoken is just around the corner, and now we know the space required for the game thanks to PlayStation game size. You would need to put aside 87.3 gigs of space if you are really looking forward to playing the game. The latest trailer released a week ago indicates players are still doubtful about the game, as it gathered a 67% like-dislike ratio. Ubisoft announced last week that it was navigating troubled waters after disappointing results from recent games and a development pipeline clogged with major games still in development, but has reassured fans about their upcoming games. Assassin's Creed Mirage creative director Stéphane Boudon said they heard fans' desire for a character-driven story on a more intimate scale, which triggered the project. Mirage will have a richer and denser map, a reworked social stealth system, and new stealth tools to fit your playstyle. Meanwhile, the Skull and Bones Twitter account has set a new release date for the game will be coming very soon. Following up, they also had a Twitch stream revealing new gameplay. The link is in the description below. Closing our trio of Ubisoft quick news, a new job posting at Ubisoft is looking for lighting artists with experience in ray tracing for the Division 2 team, which had led people to believe a proper new-gen update could be coming soon, since Ubisoft Massive only released a new-gen compatibility patch after the PS5 launch. It's only a speculation though. 2K Games is preparing to reveal its next entry in WWE Games WWE 2K23. It appears the reveal event will happen in San Antonio, Texas on January 28th, the day of the Royal Rumble. All the gameplay and information will be embargoed until Tuesday, January 31st. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Share them in the comments below, let me know your feedback by liking or disliking this video, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!